Okay, now let us get into this evidence. And with this evidence, it will show you why the Most High is worthy to be praised. Absolutely, right? Now let us get into what our credible source is saying, right? And they're telling us that a judge has tossed out a summon for the bear writer who was dragged off train by cops after white woman complained about a sitting position. So in 2025 in the United States of America, the police in New York has nothing better to do than to sit and wait for white women to call them and complain about black people. So I don't like the way you are sitting on the train, that you purchased your ticket, you're going about your business, but I don't like the way you're sitting. So I'm going to call the police and they're going to come and drag you off, right? Because I'm white. I can do that. Let's get into this evidence. A New York City judge has tossed out a summons against Alex O'Keefe, a former writer for the acclaimed TV series The Bear, who was handcuffed and escorted off a train last month following complaints about a seating position. O'Keefe, who has also worked as a speechwriter for prominent politicians, including Senator Elizabeth Warren, was handcuffed and escorted off a metro train by the police last month. O'Keefe, who is black, says he was targeted after a white passenger complained about him. Okay? O'Keefe was issued a summons for disorderly conduct following the incident. The summons was thrown out by a judge on Tuesday. No. Unbelievable. Can you believe this? Can you believe this? This woman is feeling herself that she can see this black man going about his business, minding his business, but somehow she cannot mind her own business. She got to call the police. And the police is there to turn up when white women call and make complaints. And that is something that I noticed. Even in the UK, I've had experience with it. I remember telling a white friend about a dream I had about a massacre that I saw in a vision happening in Birmingham, UK. And immediately after I said that to her, she turned to me and says, well, if it happened, I'm going to call the police and report you. I'm like, what? That I told you about a dream? I had to let her know that I put it on social media already. I'm like, really? Why is it that these people, the first thing that they want to do is call the police? Guess what? The day, the time, and the season is coming when the police themselves will have to run and hide. They will have to run and hide because their gun and their so-called power will be useless with what is coming. So a lot of you white women out there, I don't know who you're going to call. When you get into your feelings, I don't know who you're going to call. And that is why people need to be very close to the Most High. Because people like this woman, she needs to wake up with an entity next to her bed. Yeah, an entity. They need to understand that you cannot just see random black people and start mischief, go home, make a cup of coffee, no one is accountable and everything is okay. It simply cannot work. And black people need to understand, you cannot send threats, you cannot argue, you cannot resist, and you cannot have weapons. And the best bet is to have the Most High. The Most High will fight your battles, right? People will wake up with aggressive forms of cancer. People will wake up and their life is a living hell, right? People will wake up with these entities standing next to their bedside. And that is why you need to serve the Most High, because He will fight your battles, right? You cannot fight these demons out here. I'm telling you, man, you just cannot believe this is happening in 2025 in the United States of America. And people need to see America for what it really is. Police have nothing better to do than to wait for white women to call about black people, for the police to go out and harass black people. because surely there's nothing else to do. And when you see the video and these police keep saying he's resisting arrest, resisting, two big strong police officers come for this little man, and yet he's resisting arrest. They are dragging this man and he's resisting, and no one is held accountable. This white woman that decided to make the phone call is not held accountable. She just get to go home, go on holiday, enjoy her day, and that's it. Again, the Most High is indeed worthy to be praised, because she needs to wake up with an entity beside her bed. She needs an entity to meet her on the other side. Yeah. When you understand, when you go to sleep, and when you go to sleep, you will be terrorized by these creatures. You'll understand you cannot jump on every and any black person. Some of us don't send threats. We don't use guns. But what we do use is the Most High. Yeah, what we use is not of this world. We use the one who can drag you into the next world. Okay, people, you need to understand, we wrestle not with flesh and blood. Wickedness in high place, and these white women out here, you need to be very mindful of them. Very mindful of them. You should always pray over your sons, pray over yourself, and understand the time and season. They love to call the police for just about every and anything, and until they realize that not everybody will play that game. And when you go to sleep, someone is going to drag you into that realm and teach you a lesson. Then you'll realize this is not fun and games. The Most High is worthy to be praised, people. Go seek Him. He'll fight your battles, right? Because the first thing they're going to tell you, you're sending threats, you have weapons, you're resisting arrest, right? You can't risk all of that. What better life it is to sit and watch your enemy get what they deserve, and they can't do a damn thing about it. But some of you are very stubborn. You'll continue to live in this world and not seek the Most High. Let us pray and say, glory be to the Most High.